Well, we're Will and Brandy Grapperhaus, and this is Amelia.
She is the oldest of three. She's 21. Liam is 18, about to be 19 next week. And Ellie just turned 14.
So Liam is he is working part-time at a machine shop, and he's also going to community college full-time. And Ellie is big into dance. They're both pretty mature, young people, and we're very proud of them. And again, we can't take all the credit for that. We definitely know that what they've learned in caring for their sister has had a big impact on them. The story of Amelia from beginning to end is a glory to God story, where when we needed God in some way, He met us each step of the way. Brandy and I, we met at Missouri Baptist College, and we, kind of quickly fell in love. We got married. We moved to Louisville, Kentucky to go to seminary, and halfway through seminary, Brandy got sick after we found out that we were pregnant.
They said, 99% chance she'll be fine, but the 1% chance that it will affect her, it could, be fatal. We did find out at about 20 weeks that she had contracted the virus, and she was had stopped growing. You've got to trust that God is working in this, and that He loves her more than you could ever, because we had, she was our first. And so we then, one of Will's professors at seminary was our very favorite. He was an OBGYN.
And he did a sonogram on Amelia, and basically confirmed, what we feared, that there were calcifications in her brain, and she wasn't developing. Even though she was close to full term, she only ended up weighing 3 pounds. We were in the NICU for 2 weeks, and so we also learned that then she had some other challenges with her liver.
Yeah, with her liver. Because of the virus and the damage done to her muscles, and she has what we call cerebral palsy. It presented as that, and so different diagnoses. She has multiple diagnoses. She has a seizure disorder. She has sensorineural hearing loss. She profound deafness. So she does have a cochlear implant, which she refuses to wear right now. So she hears occasionally, she started physical therapy at 6 weeks of age, which is ridiculously soon. Having a team of therapists, that was definitely a godsend, because a lot of times they could help. They could give us hope. They could help us to know that, okay, as long as you set up our environment. So then it was trying to make sure that we found a place to live. Say, like, we moved to Utah, and Will went on ahead of us. And I don't want this to be a dig on Will, but the only place we could find was a duplex that had
a split level. The bedrooms were downstairs.
Bedrooms were downstairs, but our living area and kitchen and everything were upstairs.
And the stairwell down to the basement was a spiral, carpeted. I mean, you could literally slide.
Which is what I did. And so I had
holding the babies.
Both Amelia and Liam. Liam was only 5 months old, and he was a big baby. But that made us understand how important it was to have more of a handicapped accessible setup. Sure, she has limitations. She's not able to walk, talk. She can walk. I take that back. She can walk with, we just need to be careful around her. She definitely communicates with her smile, with her gestures, and lets her think, wants and needs be known. She's a daredevil and loves to go fast. She is definitely a social butterfly. She's just that. She draws people. So that's that's one of the things that makes her happy. I mean, her whole picture book is her with people. She loves her family. She loves baseball.
She loves sports.
Yes.
She loves racing around in her wheelchair. For anybody that's crazy enough to push her fast. And she loves drawing. She loves doing art and scribbling and doodles. And she likes watching movies.
You know, she just doesn't like to let her limitations stop her, but it's all about trying to balance that, keeping her safe. And we were first trying to come to grips with how do we care for someone with special needs. We had no idea. We had to really dig in and trust God. And I love just the peace that did come with that. God, however you want to plan our family, that's how it's going to be. And so not long after that, Liam was born 2.5 years later. So she was, it was difficult. I won't, say that it wasn't, but it was also, we could see the good in it pretty much from the get-go, where Liam had to consider someone else's needs. After that, Ellie came along. They both, I think, enjoyed having Amelia as a sibling. We really did try to be careful about giving them too much responsibility and taking care of her. As much as I could, I was able to stay home. That was always our heart's desire anyway, was for me to be able to be at home, but that was a lot of sacrifice in the sense of Will had to, work hard at a job and maybe do more than one, at a time, and take jobs that might make them travel, but God gave us, just provided, a place for us to be able to do that, or I'd get a part-time job, that kind of thing. Having Amelia as a sibling has helped them to just see a bigger picture, that it's not all about them. Don't we all need that wake-up call? And to think about, there's been times where they've had to share rooms. Ellie had to share a room with Amelia, most up until about age 10. And then Liam and Ellie, they ended up sharing a room because Amelia would get up in the middle of the night. She'd try and, sneak out of her room. And once she, needed that independence, we were able to let Ellie just have her room, Liam has his, and Amelia's moved in with us. So we've got a partition in our room, and we've got Amelia in, she's got her bed in the corner, and so she's got a little area, but it just made everybody sleep, made Mama sleep better, knowing that she had to get past me in order to get out of the room, because she is mobile enough to get out, and she will go out the front door. We've gotten alarms set up on the doors now, so that in case she tries to get out of the house, we will have an alert, that kind of thing. But we just really have to think about her safety. Sometimes I call her she's a tall toddler, and you think about, having the cleaning supplies and things on the bottom floor, you have to keep them up away from her. She will get glasses down. She can just reach things, and she is very motivated to do that, to be independent, but just trying to set up a safe environment for her to be independent, because I don't want to just rope off everything from her.
When the idea of Amelia House came about, we knew right away that it wasn't just about Amelia. It was about all the families in the future that will be blessed. The statistics aren't good as far as families being able to stay together, marriages staying together with special needs kids. It's a huge stress. And so if housing is a challenge, which it always is, if that's one way that it can help a family to hang in there and be able to raise that special child, that's huge for them. It's huge for the family. So usually the special needs lifespans are not as long as a normal developing child's, and to be able to give that child and their family a comfortable place to keep everybody together, and that's pretty awesome.
That helps their quality of life.
Yeah.
It's not easy for us to have people over and to host gatherings. You know, Will leads youth right now, and I would love to have, you know, the whole group of girls or have other families that we've met in this journey over. And that's part of what I loved about Amelia House was, yes, big, beautiful houses are wonderful, but part of that is the way that you steward it, and that God is allowing that space to be used to have people over for community, and just to be able to share the good and the bad, but then to also encourage each other. And so to have the ability to have maybe, you know, somebody else who might have a wheelchair, have a child come visit and just hang out with us and encourage them. We're just excited to be able to be here at the beginning of it, the seeds that are being planted still. That's the vision right now, but I know how God is, He's gonna take it and make it the way He wants it, and we're excited about that.
And the most exciting part is that it's not just about Amelia, obviously,
yes,
or anybody. It's about just how many families are going to get blessed.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So we just feel lucky that we get to see that.
Mm-hmm.